Ahoy! This is your captain speaking. Who's ready for a good time tonight? Hey everybody. Mary's in the background going, me. Hi everyone. How are y'all doing this evening? Becca will be back very shortly. She wanted me to get things kicked off really quickly. And I thought I'd say hi. Who's ready for a good time tonight? I know I am. I don't know. I had the whole outfit on a moment ago, but it was really itchy and really scratchy, so I took it off, and I need to wash it so that way it's maybe not so scratchy when I put it on. Hello everybody! Hello Zaza. Hello Rena, June, Cheryl, good to have you here. Have y'all heard the exciting news? Do y'all know the exciting news that Becca and Tiffany and I all got to talk about today? It has been so hard keeping this secret from you. Trust me guys, I have been wanting to spill the beans for so long, but I've been very, very quiet and not telling everybody. In fact, you saw that poor Mary had to gag Becca to make sure that she didn't give away the secret and didn't tell you all what was going on. Like, we had to be real hush-hush.
You can't tell them about the cruise.
I can't tell them about the cruise. What's happening? Oh no! Oh no!
No, it's a secret. It's a secret. You have your mic?
I do have my mic.
You can finish your statement.
That's all I had, really. That's all I was.
I'm so excited.
He was just filling time.
I was filling time. I was the filler.
I am so excited. Ian, are you so excited?
I am so. Is it 2026 yet?
I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go. Mary, are you excited yet?
Yes, I am.
Mary's excited. Mary's excited. So if you don't know, Ian's with me today. So Mary's here too. So it's going to be a lot of giggles, I'm sure. Because whenever the three of us to get together,
all hell breaks loose.
yeah, something like that. All right, let me show you what I'm working on tonight. I wanted to get one panel done. I didn't, so I just got to do one more thing on it. I am making some curtains. They're actually valances. And the way I'm doing it is just by sewing two pieces of fabric right sides together and then leaving a hole so I can turn it out. And then I'm doing a edge stitch all the way around to kind of hold it in place. And then I'm just going to fold the top down a uniformed amount every single time. And I'm just going to stitch it down. That's going to be the area that holds the rod. And when I put it together, I can bunch it up to get a ruffle. So I'm not going to sew the ruffle in. I'm just going to sew it nice and flat like this, which makes it a whole lot easier to do. So I've got Ian here. He's got a mic. Mary is here. She is looking at chat. Mary, is that what you're doing?
Oh, no, I was looking at Facebook. Sorry.
No, I saw her looking at her phone. I didn't know if she was looking at chat or not.
I am looking at chat as well. So
it looks like there's some folks in there talking about the cruise. So why don't you read that while I finish up this panel?
Absolutely. So Bill has already been confirmed. He has a veranda room. Bill, we're so excited for you to join us on that cruise. And then we also have Pat. She says, it's in my calendar, including flight days.
Woo!
So she is all ready to go.
I am ready. Let's go.
Me too. Me too. It'll be great. So I'll be keeping an eye on comments. If there's any questions about the cruise, you can feel free to pop them in the chat, and I'll keep tabs on them and help bring them to the front when we have a moment.
Mary?
Yes.
You're going to have to remind me. When we did the valances that are hanging in my room, how far down did we go to fold? I think it was 4 inches, wasn't it?
Do I need to take one of them off?
No, I wouldn't. Well.
Do you want that one?
That's probably easier.
Yeah, I can reach. Of course I can reach it, Mary.
He's like 6'10".
I'm only 6'10".
I think it's 4 inches.
I think we went down 4 inches. And so what I've done is I pre-washed all of my fabric. I pulled 4 yards of a white off of a bolt and 4 yards of this really pretty floral fabric from Old Glory. I have a whole bolt of that. Actually, I have 2 bolts of that. And this is what it looks like when it's... This is using, I think, some Bonnie and Camille fabric. Oh my gosh.
It's a nice little skirt. I love it.
Yeah, I'm really quite pleased with how they turned out.
Yeah, they're good.
I'm just double checking a couple of things really quick on the panel.
There you go. Pull that one there.
Okay. Yeah, I see. Okay, yeah. So let me just see how far down that fold is. It is actually 3.
Oh, glad you checked.
I'm going to go 3. Actually, I'm going to go 3.5. Okay, cool. Whoop! There it is. Whoop, there it is. Oh, whoop, there it is.
We should also tell them about the Facebook group.
You should go ahead
too.
and tell them all the things while I mark my 3.5-inch line,
Okay.
because otherwise I will forget.
Sounds good. You do that. So also, in addition to the cruise stuff, if you are interested in the cruise, or if you have already booked or whatever, there is a Facebook group. I'm going to try and find the link to it really quick. If you
Facebook.com/groups/Alaska 2026.
There you go.
Or maybe it's 2026 Alaska.
And maybe something like that. Here's the, yeah, it's Alaska 2026. I'm glad you changed the name, so that way it's easier to find. Pretty sure you did that, because I don't...
I did. I changed the URL.
Okay, perfect. Excellent. So I just popped it into the chat. If you are in the chat, you can see the Facebook group. You're more than welcome to join the Facebook group if you are interested in joining us for that. There's also, I said this wrong in my video like 20 times, it's RGE Travels. They're also in that group, and they're going to be answering any questions that you may have about the trip as well. How do you find out? Noni's asking about the details. The details are on Becca's website. I'll drop that link in again for you, and you can check it out if you want to.
You can just do exclamation Alaska.
Yeah, that's true. You can also do that as well. You do exclamation Alaska in the chat as well, and that will give it to you. Ooh, I'm pushing all the wrong buttons, and your computer's not happy with me.
So I did see a couple of questions, and I'll call them out, and we can chat through them. Kelly said, I need to get a passport. Do I have to have my passport before I book? I don't have a passport yet, and I booked. Tiffany doesn't have a passport yet, and she's booked. Mary and Ian both have passports because they're overachievers. And they may have already left the country.
Yes, we have.
I've never done that.
Ashley, I just put the link in the chat for you, so you can grab it there. You can also visit Becca's website, stillbecca.com/Alaska 2026.
There's also a menu item now at the top of the page. It says Alaska 2026. So you'll always be able to get to all things cruise right from the main page.
And I have it on my website as well.
Okay, I folded this down 3.5 inches, and now I'm just going to sew with the back side up. I'm going to take a stitch right along this bottom piece, this fold, just to hold this flap down. I'm going to back stitch at the start and end of this, and my first panel will be done.
Linda is asking, she's thinking about going on the cruise, and she's asking, will the cruise line pair up single travelers if desired?
Yes.
Yes, the company that we're booking with, they will work on getting people matched up.
If you're going on your own and you know somebody else that's going, you can just put their name if you would like to be paired with them in a room, if they're a single traveler as well. The rooms are double occupancy, so you will, unless you want to pay an exorbitant amount of money, you will have to share a room with somebody, but the room does give you 2 twin size beds. There's not a ton of room in a cruise cabin if you've ever been on a boat. They're small. Even the big rooms are small, but most of the time that you're on a cruise, you're either at port exploring or you're somewhere else on the ship, and there's tons of things to see. Really, you're only going to be in that room if you just need a little bit of downtime, a nap, or you're taking a shower. So I would tell you, save your money, get an affordable room, save your money for some fabric shopping.
Yep. Katie is asking, do you have to put a deposit down? Yes, you will have to put a deposit down. And then after that, you can either do monthly payments, or if you want to do it in lump sums or whatever, you're able to do that. Lisa's asking, will there be a quilting project that we are teaching? Yes, we are going to be teaching. Why did I say it like that? We are going to be teaching a project. We are currently working behind the scenes on what that project is going to be. We'll give you more information, we promise you. As more details come out, you will be the first to know. And we'll also make sure to put them in the Facebook group as well.
It'll also be an exclusive project. So it's not a pattern that we're going to release or do on our YouTube channel for at least 6 months post crows, maybe even longer.
I was just thinking that about the exclusive.
Yep.
Exclusive. There's going to be a lot of exclusives.
And I think I know we're trying to plan one project that the 3 of us design, and we've got some ideas that we've been kicking around. We don't want to share them just yet because we want to lock everything in before we announce things. Trust me, it's not the easiest thing for me to sit on this. But it is the right thing to do so that we're not confusing anybody.
Yep.
I will tell you, though, one of the things that I have also been thinking about, especially because I've been into hand embroidery lately, is providing maybe a small hand portable project, like a cross stitch or a hand embroidery or something, along with the large quilting project, just to give you a little bit of something extra.
Francis is asking, what about sewing machines? The good thing is you don't have to bring your sewing machine because they will be providing sewing machines and irons. Now, more than likely, you will be sharing sewing machines. We won't be able to provide a one-on-one, but they will have sewing machines on board for everybody to check it out and use and all that kind of stuff.
So you can bring your machine if you so choose, but just understand the plugs are a little different on a cruise ship. You cannot bring an iron.
Nope.
Don't do it.
Nope. Nope. Catherine wants to know, will I be modeling? You know it. You know I will be modeling during that. Absolutely.
I'm afraid to see how many costumes you're gonna pack in your suitcase.
We will see. We will see how many I can stuff in there. You saw how many I got at the retreat. Catherine, as many as we need.
Punch needle, that could be an option. Yeah, we'll find something. There'll be a small beginner-friendly hand project, something just to give you a taste of a portable project that's enjoyable and is like kindergarten level friendly, right? We don't want something overwhelming. We just want something that you can enjoy doing if you're sitting somewhere else on the boat and not at a sewing machine. But that will be part of the optional quilting retreat add-on that you will have to purchase.
Lady Fair, all the information for cancellation and all that kind of stuff is available, I believe, in the flyer.
Mm-hmm.
It is definitely on the registration website, so all that is available. In fact, you have to agree to.
Well, I did most of it off camera.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep. So Lady Fair, all the information is available. You can also contact RGE Travels. I kept getting dyslexic.
You can just call them John and Ray.
Yeah, John and Ray. You can contact John and Ray at RGE Travel and ask all the questions. They have it available on their website for you to contact them and ask them all the questions you have. They would love your questions. They are very excited to talk to anybody who wants to ask anything.
And yes, you can buy trip insurance.
Yep. It's going to be fun.
All right. I'm starting another panel. And so what I've done is cut off I pre-washed all my fabric first, as I mentioned before, and then I cut off a 20-inch by width of fabric from the print that I'm going to use, and then a 20-inch by width of fabric from just a solid that's going to be the line. Now you could make this without the lining, totally fair, totally fine, but what you're going to find is that the curtains won't look as polished. They won't have that extra weight to them, and depending on the fabric that you use, you will likely see a lot of light seep through. And if that's the look that you're going for, then do that. But if that's not the look that you're going for, you should probably consider lining them with a solid. So I've got a white Bella solid that coordinates with this line, and I am just trimming these up. And to make things a little bit easier, I am going to try to trim them to the exact same size. So I've got them folded in half. And I'm going to line up my folded edges on both sides, and then I'll come over, and when I cut through with my ruler, I'll be cutting through both pieces of fabric, and that should give me both pieces the same size, as long as everything's lined up correctly. I'm cutting off just enough to get the salvage from the short one, which is going to give me a bigger cut off from the larger fabric.
Lisa is asking, at some point, will the three of y'all please do a land retreat? Trust me, Lisa, it's going to happen. It's going to happen at some point. I think this kind of really opened our eyes and gave us a new avenue to some exciting things in the future. So yes, I can almost guarantee that at some point, the three of us will do some kind of land adventure as well. and maybe not an adventure, but at least a retreat of some kind.
Once I have those two panels cut to be the same size, then I'm going to put them right sides together, and I'm going to sew around all four sides after I get the fabrics lined up. And I'm going to leave a hole somewhere in one of the sides. It doesn't really matter which one you choose. I'm going to leave a hole where I can reach in and turn this out. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave my hole on this one on the side, because that's what I have. I'm just going to start quilting.
Lori was sending a message in response to Misty's message. She says, I often fall out of my king-size bed. My cat always looks at me like, what are you doing down there? Misty says we should do a Disney sewing retreat. How fun would that be?
That'd be fun.
Terry also wants to know, how was the lake retreat?
It was good. It was some much needed time away from the hustle and bustle of the everyday, although we came back and haven't had the best week. In fact, I actually stayed home today because I wasn't feeling too hot.
That is correct, Georgia. The Three Amigas retreat is happening in Hamilton, Missouri. In fact, I popped into Dye's Live the other day, and they were giving away
Swag bags.
swag bags and stuff. So popped in there and said hello to her.
I'm sure they're going to have more retreats too. Mm-hmm. It looked like it was it really looked like it looked unbelievable.
Yeah, that place was huge. And they had massage chairs.
I love how they had that laid out.
I know. It was pretty awesome. Linda, don't worry. I'm sure we'll do some land retreats as well. Yeah, the lake retreat was a lot of fun. We had a great time.
I'll tell you though, any land retreat is going to be like 2027 or beyond.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm already booked for 2026.
Yep, same. Same. I have cleared my schedule for the cruise. Yes, they can. The guys from RGE have been amazing, and we are so excited to be working with them. They also work with Karen Brown from Just Get It Done Quilt. So, in fact, whenever they emailed us, Becca and I both kind of looked at each other and were like, "Is this legit? Is this real?" And we talked with Karen, and she's like, "Yeah, they're great." I was like, "Oh, okay."
In fact, that's where they are right now. They're with Karen on her cruise.
Yeah.
We'll have to keep Ian away from the sides of the boot.
Mary said we'll have to keep Ian away from the sides of the boat.
And here I am wanting to go on one of the tallest zip lines in the world.
We're going to ask for a second harness for your booty.
Zaza wants us to come do our 2027 retreat in Scotland.
I can't even guarantee it's going to be 2027.
Right.
Like I was just saying, it would have to be after 2026.
Ooh, Holly, you went to the UK? That's fun. Did you meet up with Holly, Zaza?
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, I was talking to Zaza and Holly, because Holly went to the UK, and I was like, "Oh, Zaza, did you meet up with Holly while she was over there?" Zaza says, "Just get a parachute, just in case."
Ian has to walk around with a parachute tied onto his back. Mary, do you want to turn this out and press it for me when I'm almost done.
Press it real good.
Probably got to take that cutting mat off of that table over there.
Yeah, apparently a lot of people use them for travel, so they're a reputable company. No zip lining cosplay. Hey, maybe I should wear my unicorn outfit as I go down.
Oh my God.
Go down the zip line. Could you imagine that?
I'm going to buy you a Tinkerbell outfit.
Oh, that's funny.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's
a
Ian.
unicorn? It's a unicorn.
Mary, are you going to do that zip line?
I am going to do it.
Oh, Mary's going to do the zip line, y'all.
Doing the zip
In
line.
Haiti, and I loved it.
I don't know if I can get over the heights.
I almost panicked as I got up to the right before you jump off. But
Really?
it was good.
I think I'd probably be a little bit scared, like when they open the gate. I'd be like,
You
oh.
should, like, just press this. Oh, turn it inside out. Is
Yep.
that what you're wanting? Okay.
Turn it right side out and then roll the
I'm gonna
seams and press
it
them.
first on the seam and then turn it.
Yes, ma'am. Whatever you say, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Oh my gosh, I have to get some pixie wings. I got to get the pixie wings and a frilly skirt. That would be funny. I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Christina? It says, I really missed you guys last week. I was looking forward to some much needed laughs. My dad passed away last Tuesday. I'm glad you're on now. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry for your loss. Does Ian know how to swim? Asking for a friend. I know how to float on my back, and I know how to doggy paddle. Does that count?
Me too.
We might need to take you to the Little Tykes swimming school where they... That might need to happen before August.
No, Noni says, Ian, I've made several Tinkerbell outfits. Just need your measurements. Oh my God! If Ian goes down in the zip line in the unicorn costume, I need someone to get video of it.
Somebody said that they're afraid of heights, but they liked the zip line.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
Yeah. Jonah says that. I think I'm going to have to get like a GoPro or something that I can record as I go down.
just mount your camera to your head.
Right, yeah.
Your phone.
Ian might sleep in a life jacket. Free spirit. Can unicorns fly? Well, as you saw in the video recently, no, they trip and fall.
Not yet.
They definitely can't fly.
No.
Is it Alex? I think that's her name. She said she wants to go, but she can't find flights for that date yet.
Yeah, not yet. Too far out.
Oh, Katie said her husband doesn't know how to swim either, and he does. He lives on a boat most of
Yep.
the time, so there you go.
I think if I saw on the form, because I filled out the form correctly, I think they can also help you with flights, like
Yep.
getting the flights arranged and stuff. So you don't even have to worry about that. You just click the checkbox on the form saying that you would like for them to get flights for you. So it really, like, honestly, they do
This is going to be a
a
luxury
lot.
cruise.
Yeah, like they're doing a lot of the legwork for you. All you kind of got to do is provide your information and tell them which room you want.
Hello, Joshua.
Hey, Josh.
He said, sorry I'm late. What's tonight's project? I'm making curtains. I'm domesticated. Oh!
What happened?
She said sort of.
Oh,
Love you, Becca.
Love you more, Mary.
You're the best.
No, you're the best.
No, you're the best.
No, you're the best.
You're the best.
Okay, I'll take it. Hey, I had a pin cushion. Oh, here it is.
Misty wants to know, is Jason going to be going on
No.
the cruise?
No, he's not. It would, like, with everything going on right now with his mom, and you know, his son, he won't, Jason goes to visit his son, Justice, every Sunday, and he won't miss a Sunday. So because this is going to go, it's going to be 2 Sundays probably that we would be gone, he's unable to go. And then when you take into account all the care that we're providing for his mom, and then we have a daughter who at the time will be almost 16, so I think she could stay home alone. But I don't trust her to stay home alone because she wouldn't go to school. She would probably eat bread nonstop.
Yep, true. True.
So, no, unfortunately, it just doesn't work out this time. But Scott will be there. And maybe if we do another one in the future, that doesn't require being gone on a Sunday or 2, we can work that in.
Couple of questions. Zaza asked, is this the dress up for dinner kind of cruise? Yes, you do. There is a dress code. You do have to.
It's not that way.
It's not a dress code.
Well, you can't just come in your swimsuit.
No, right. But what they're talking about is a black tie
Yeah.
dinner. That is not the case.
That is not the case. But
You know,
you do have to
polo
wear
and pants is fine.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Jonathan and actually somebody else popped in, Roseanne, are asking, what are the curtains for?
For my windows?
Does the carpet match the drapes?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Becky says, you're a better woman than me. I despise sewing curtains. They're always wonky. Listen, it's okay. They can be wonky.
No, Josh, these curtains aren't for the cruise ship.
Oh, that would be great. I think Becky just came back from her retreat too. I think she did an embroidery retreat.
Ooh.
Power tools with thread. One of these days I'm going to do embroidery. One of these days I will buy an embroidery unit. One of these days.
One of these days.
And then I will have to
Bless you, Mary.
consume
Goodness.
Becky's videos in mass quantities. Conehead reference.
Are you leaving us already, Jonathan?
Sherry says, I left my 16-year-old home alone for a conference. It might not have been the best idea, but she made it to 19. Let's see curtains
right.
on everyone's... Yeah, you know what? That would be fun, right? Like, what if everybody made their own little valance to hang with magnets on their cruise door?
Yep.
That would be fun. Then we would be able to know who's in what room.
Right, exactly.
You just go around, look for the little valances around the cruise
Right,
door.
yep.
By the way, that's a thing. Ian, did you know that?
Yes, I did.
You decorate your door.
Yes. I will not have an upside down pineapple on my door. You're welcome.
Are you looking for a point turner? It's in here. That zippered thing.
Several.
The zippered pocket. Mhm.
Mary, several people say bless you.
Thank you.
Do you have my cold?
No, I think it's just...
Bill said I'm making a quilted pineapple for Ian's cabin door.
Are you going to put it upside down?
No.
Why a quilted pineapple?
Well, because if you put a pineapple upside down, it means you're a swinger. Mary didn't know. And so, like, it's kind of in pulp culture, it's kind of morphed into just a pineapple on
Yep.
display. It doesn't have to be upside down, so don't do anything with a pineapple,
Yeah,
Mary.
exactly.
Since I've known these guys.
Jamie, there is a video that Becca put out today. Actually, Becca, Tiffany, and I put out. I also put it in the comments or the live chat as well. Becca, Tiffany, and I are going to be on a cruise in August 2026. It's going to be a sewing retreat at sea. We're going to be going to Alaska for 7 nights. So if you want to check out more, you can check out the link, sewbecca.com/Alaska2026. Power Tools with Thread said, oh no, no upside down pineapples. Oh boy.
And we have corrupted how many people tonight?
Right, exactly.
You're welcome.
Exactly. Your mom's in the chat too, by the way.
Ask Mom if she likes pineapples.
Oh, jeez. Pat says pineapples are an ongoing joke with my U.S. camping friends.
I'm sure they are.
Oh, boy.
We learned so much from you three.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So true. Shelby says she's thinking about the cruise. She needs to see if it'll fit into her budget. It might be less expensive than Quiltcon in Raleigh, to be honest.
Listen, if I had to pick between Quiltcon and the cruise, I would take the cruise.
100 times.
Quiltcon's great, but if I had to fly to the other coast to go to Quiltcon, I would take the cruise, especially if it was on my side of the country.
Yeah. Lisa is asking, she's never been on a cruise before. Will we need to bring our sewing notions, and will you guys be providing a packing list?
Yeah, we will provide a packing list. You should plan to bring your sewing notions. What you cannot bring is an iron. What you should consider not bringing is a sewing machine. There will be sewing machines and irons provided for you. As we finalize the details for the projects, we'll have a full packing list for the supplies that you'll need for the cruise, but we still got to finish. We got to put a bow on that pack, on
the pattern,
on the projects.
Yeah.
Yep.
We haven't finalized that quite yet, but it is coming. Josh says you ain't gotta get corrupted if you stay corrupted.
No.
And your mom does not like pineapples.
Yes, she does. Her room was decorated in pineapples when I was growing up. That may or may not be a lie.
Yeah, that's true, Shelby. That drive would be very close. You wouldn't even need a flight.
Cruise is going to Alaska. There are 5 stops: Icy Strait Point, Juneau, Ketchikan, and 2 others. Hi, Julie.
Did you run out of bobbin?
Yeah. I'm just going to wind one because I shouldn't need more than one for the rest of the night. But tomorrow, before I sit down to do anything, I'll change the needle and wind a bunch of bobbins.
That sounds good. I believe that they do, Tyler. Tyler's asking, does Soya have a shop in Alaska now? And I believe
They
that
do, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know where, but I believe they have one there.
Yes, indeedy.
If you need the link for the information, !Alaska in the chat. Mm-hmm. And I just dropped it in there too, by the way.
I don't know, Roseanne. It depends on where their shop is. No, Bill, the machine is not squeaky. Oh, well, that would be a problem.
What happened?
The needle went down and just...
Oh.
Yeah.
She is not making... So Girly is asking, are you making curtains for your studio?
No, because I already have curtains for the studio. These are going to be for the windows and the rest of my house. I made several months ago. Mary, what was it? December that we did that?
Yeah.
January, right before you left.
Oh, yeah,
we did
right.
curtains for my sewing room, and I loved them so much that I decided I wanted to do them for the rest of the house. And of course, I got the bobbin has a nest.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, dang it. Well, anywho, I've wanted to do this for the other windows in the house for a while, and so I thought tonight would be a good time to start it. You want to know what happens to your machine when you try to sew without a bobbin loaded? Bird's nest. Oogie.
Christy says that the So Yeah shop is, you got to take a small plane to get there.
Oh, we won't be
the
going
town
then.
is more inland.
Nope, we won't be going then.
More
Although
inland
I had a
than a
dream
port.
about So Yeah last night.
I had a dream, the time's gone by.
No, I really did. I had a dream I was hanging out with Brody and Tiankum and Zach, and I was telling Zach how everybody loves him and loves it when he talks, but they're always sad because he's just on the spreadsheet all the time.
That's funny.
I don't know what I had when I went to bed.
Oh, not ice cream.
No, not ice cream. Not ice cream.
She's been wanting ice cream for the past several days.
Ice cream?
Ice cream?
Ice cream?
Jonathan says, I almost started the long arm the other day without a bobbin.
Ooh, no good.
No good.
When are we doing Mary's curtains? When the fabric gets here. I was hoping it would get here before she left. It is sadly looking like that might not be the case, but I'm sure I will see her again.
Yep. She can try to get rid of me, but she can't get rid of me.
Do you need a tissue, Mary?
Oh no, I'm fine.
Oh, okay. Popcorn, popcorn. People are trying to guess what you ate before you went to bed. Cheese is supposed to give you nightmares, they say.
It wasn't cheese. I think it was turtle Chex Mix.
Speaking of cheese, did you hear about the cheese factory that exploded in France?
Oh gosh, there's going to be a punchline here. All right, come on, hit me with it.
Debris everywhere.
I knew it. I knew it. We've got dad jokes for days.
Yes, Joan Mary is going on the cruise. She'll be going with us.
She'll be taking the place of my husband.
She'll be the crafty panda at sea.
Listen, Ruby, give it up. I just want this one thread, okay? Yeah, right? I need a pair of tweezers that I can actually grab something.
You did have cheese last night before you went to bed.
Did I?
Yeah, you had it when we were gone.
Where were we?
At the...
Oh, yeah, I did. I did have cheese. I had cheese curds.
For dinner. Yeah.
Yep. From Cookout. We went to Cookout. Mary had hot dogs and I had a burger with the cheese curds. I didn't eat them all though.
Nope.
I need to try poutine. I really want to try poutine. I bet
Well,
Pat.
I bet you'll be able to do that in
I
Vancouver.
bet. Probably will be the first time I've ever had poutine. Georgia says Tiffany's husband is going on the cruise. She mentioned it in today's video. Yes, she is. Thumper, however, will not be going.
My goodness. Like, I got to take this whole machine apart because that stupid bobbin.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Bill's partner is going on the cruise, so we will get to meet Bill's partner as well.
Oh, goodness.
I've never had it, Linda. I'm excited to try it at some point. Driverless trains? What, Zaza? She says Vancouver has driverless trains. Is this like the driverless cars in Arizona? Ultimate comfort food. Man, I'm missing out apparently, Megan.
Come on. I just need this one thread that is stuck in the... Ian, in the third drawer down of my desk, there is a clear vinyl pouch with some tweezers and things in it. Could you please bring that here?
Ow! Yep.
Thank you.
I may or may not have banged my heel. Yeah, NTL Phoenix did have driverless Ubers.
I seriously don't even know.
I don't know, Zaza. Poutine sounds pretty good to me, too. Poutine!
Okay, well, I guess this thread is just not, oh, well, there it goes. But I think I broke it and didn't pull it all out, so we'll see if it still wants to sew. It wouldn't be a live stream if I didn't have to take the sewing machine apart.
So Girly says it's time to tell Ruby who's in charge.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Ruby's gonna go in timeout, and I'm gonna bring Bubba back over.
Well, that was one thing you were about to put Ruby in timeout at the retreat.
Well, I had a day where I was done. So the air conditioner quit working at the retreat center, and the owner said, "Well, it's 58 degrees outside. Just open the windows."
My mom is calling me every 5 minutes.
Uh-oh.
And it was really nice out, but not
It
all
was.
the windows had screens in them, so we couldn't open up all the windows. So it was a little stale. It wasn't. Where'd the needle plate go? They couldn't get a HVAC.
What did you do with the thing?
That's a great question. I don't know, but it's probably wherever the second needle thread or screw thing is. What did I do with it?
I don't know.
My goodness. Okay, it's been a great night. See y'all later.
Bye, everyone. Have a
I'm
good
done.
evening.
See ya. Like, really? What?
Somebody was gonna pop in the chat and be like, "Oh, Becca, we saw you put it over here."
Yeah, could you tell me where I said it? Is it on the floor? Uh-huh.
Oh, it's on the floor.
Okay, is the other screw on the floor? I don't see it.
Oh, yeah, they did see it. They said it slid off Ruby. It dropped on the floor. Good job, guys.
Dang, look at you all. Okay, well,
Leanne says, even watching you take apart the machine is entertaining.
okay.
Did you find the other screw?
No. But I do have one of these magnets. Going fishing! Well, that's a metal table leg. I don't know where it is. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Go fishing, Ian.
Okay.
Go fishing. Have fun. It probably is on my table somewhere. Wait, where are my hands? Where are my baby hands?
Should I do like I did when I got here today?
Oh my God, that was hilarious. He was trying to get me to enter my password or put my my fingerprint on the computer because it needed my password for something. What the actual heck fire?
Heckfire, that's a new one.
No, it's not over by the iron.
Nope.
But also now I can't get the bobbin to snap in.
Uh-oh.
I'm about to take Ruby in for a massive spa day. Oh, so what I was going to say, I can't get this in.
Is it in the bobbin area?
Yeah?
No, the screw. Is the screw in the bobbin area?
No. Oh, that's why. Okay, so as I was saying, the air conditioner at Retreat quit working. Now, all the windows had screens, so we couldn't open up all the windows, but it was absolutely lovely outside. There wasn't a lot of air circulation because we couldn't open up all of the windows. They did eventually get everything fixed and working, but it took a couple of days. But on that same day where the HVAC quit working, my Juki was giving fits and didn't want to work. And then Ruby started squeaking really loud. And I was just done. I was just done. I rage quit. Not really, but kind of. And then I decided I was done, and I went and took a 4-hour nap, and I came back and I was a whole lot better. I was like, I quit. Nope. Good night, Irene. Come on. There we go. Let me just test to make sure. Boom.
Oh, there it is.
Boom.
There's both of them.
What? There? Oh, I found it. It was right in front of my face. If it was a snake, it would have bit me.
Found it.
Everywhere but where I needed to look, right in front of my face. Do you know my flathead for this machine is just an empty bobbin? Somebody in the chat's like, wait, why aren't you using an actual screwdriver?
Right.
No, use a bobbin. Bobbin works. The right tool for the right job.
Right.
Oh, somebody out there is rolling over. I can't stand to see her waste a bobbin.
A boobin.
A boobin.
A boobin. A boobin.
Don't worry, it's not the original one that came with the machine. It's a 99-cent ripoff from Amazon. It's fine.
Sherry says she uses a coin.
See?
See? It works.
See? Right. The right tool for the right job, not a screwdriver. I mean, Bob had me fix the presser foot with 5 quarters and a Phillips.
That's right, he did, didn't he?
So, like, I don't have to have fancy things like screwdrivers. Come on. Okay, let's put the foot back on, see what happens. I guess I should replace the needle while I'm at it, but I'm going to live dangerously.
Josh says Ruby needs an intervention, not a spot. Hey.
You ain't lying, Josh. Ruby can take her love to town. I'm done. Bye.
I love this picture of the one that you created of us on your website. The Disney cartoon. Although I feel like I look like a basketball player, like
You kind of look very tall.
Dirk Nowitzki or something like that.
Dirk Nowitzki. Okay, let's see.
So girly 5 hours later.
Not wrong.
Burbinas take boobins. Burbinas take boobins.
Well, Ruby takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Oh wait, that's the Energizer Bunny, isn't it?
Well, no, that's another brand, I think. I can't remember which one though. Uh-oh.
Why hast thou forsaken me?
Anna.
Welcome to Friday Night Live, where I sit and cry.
Oh, Timex. That's what it is. They take a licking and keep on ticking.
Well, I think Ruby took a licking and quit. I said, I just want to sew some curtains. And Ruby was like, that's not a job for me. Thanks. I quit. Check, please. Get in the Dagburn hole.
Where are your tiny hands? I've just realized they're not here. Did you take them on a retreat?
Yeah, they're in a bag.
Oh.
I can't get
What's
it.
going on?
I can't thread my needle. I can't even see the hole.
That's what he said. Here, let me give it a try. Oh.
Oh, well, maybe we should just replace that
Oh,
needle.
okay.
We're 4 hours. Oh. 3 hours later, the world's most entertaining live stream.
3 hours later.
3 hour tour. My goodness. I don't need 2. I just need 1, okay? You can't both play.
Boobin. We need one boobin.
I am... Now I can't get the thing closed. I'm having a moment.
You are. Do we need to go get ice cream? Do we just end the live stream and go get ice cream?
Ice cream? Yes, please.
Ruby said, not tonight, honey. Yeah, Savannah says, sewing is so relaxing. Not. Misty, my shirt has the Pride colors on it. The Pantone, I think they're Pantone Pride colors.
And now I can't get the needle up the shaft.
What?
Like, I can't get the needle in. Am I doing it wrong? No. The flat side goes there. There we go. I think. Oh, no, that's definitely not it. Oh, goodness.
You can do it.
No, I really don't think I can. You'd think I never changed the needle on this machine before. But it won't go... I'm about to rage quit. Flat side goes this way. The needle does not want to go in there. And I can't even see. The needle's facing in the right direction and everything. Okay, I quit. I quit. I'm done. I am done. Sometimes the best way to oh, you know what? If this works, I'm going to scream. There's something in there. What the heck is in there? This is frustrating me. Do you want to see if you can put this in? Because I'm good. Yeah. I'm just gonna step away for a minute. Okay. If you can get that in 30 seconds, I'm going to laugh.
Hi, everyone.
Yes. Will you check to make sure the pressure foot is up?
Yep.
Was it down?
It was down.
Okay. Well, that probably was it. You need one of those dental mirrors. They come in so handy. You know what? That's
a really
good way.
idea, actually.
Breathe, Becca. I know your pain. You have way more patience than me. I'm afraid Ruby is going to be beaten when the live stream ends. I'm a bit afraid for her. Ian is hard having to stand back. Raise your presser foot. If Becca didn't find the other screw to the plate, I rewound the live and Becca took one screw and put it on the right side of the... Yeah, it was in the pin cushion.
Yep, it was in the pin cushion. Okay.
Did you get it?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Pretty sure I
Will you
did.
thread the needle while you're over there?
Yes, I did.
Because I ain't touching it.
I already did.
Okay. If it doesn't sew this time, I'm going to pull out embroidery. Just line it up with the edge of the foot. That's what I've been doing.
Get right there. Oh, I forget. Hers is the weird pedal that's the one toed. Oh, no, something did not like that. I heard a snap. And the top thread. Let's take a look. It's in a book, a reading rainbow.
Reading rainbow.
Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Oops, I just undid that. Troubleshooting live is fun. Okay, that's working. So let's get this Oh, I forgot. It's not like your Juki. Not like the Juki.
Apparently, I wasn't the only one not feeling great today. Ruby was like, "No, I need a day off." In the front, and then on the side.
That's not how that goes.
It goes left to right.
Ah.
Yep.
There it goes. Now I was like, what? I don't
And then
understand
one
this.
more. There you go. No, it didn't catch.
It sure didn't. Get in there.
There you go.
Get in there. That's what he said.
Level out the machine.
Pink fluffy unicorns.
Ian, you had it threaded like the Juki. You got to come in from the left and go to the right, not from the right to the left.
Pretty sure I went that way, but maybe I didn't.
Everybody's saying you did left to... Oh, no, Zaza said you did left to right. Bill said you did right to left. Who knows?
I'm supposed to go left to right, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Cheryl said, thank you, Ian. I don't want to see Becca cry.
So it went left to right, so I just put it in there. And now we take this. There's the thing. Is this supposed to form the
Wait,
nine or the 6? What?
Wait, now I'm second guessing how it should be threaded. It was second nature for so long. I think it's supposed to go, no, it's supposed to go right to left, not left to right.
All right, that's what was going, okay.
Because the Juki goes left to right. It's opposite of the Juki.
Oh, I got it. Check that. please.
It's muscle memory, so.
Right. No, I get it. It's like a combination lock because when I was in high school, you do the combination and people are like, "Oh, what's your code?" And you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right to left, right to left.
Got it. That's why.
And that was probably why I was having a hard time threading the needle, because the whole time I was sitting there trying to put it in from the left side and couldn't see the hole because I was looking at the back side of the needle.
Oops.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
And I was putting in the needle in backwards. That's why I couldn't get it in.
That's why.
You know why? Because I was working on the Juki today.
That's right. You were.
It messed me up.
It did.
I was working on the Juki before the live stream, and I'm completely reversed now.
You're bass backwards?
I'm sorry. Bubba messed me up. But that's okay. That's okay. I should put a Post-it note on each machine.
Right.
LR and RL.
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
What did Josh do? Josh, everybody's saying Josh.
Oh,
Something about Josh.
he was singing.
Oh.
To the front, then slide left to right. Take it back, y'all. 3 hops this time.
Okay, come put this in because this is fighting me, so I'm done.
I got it. No, I can.
I think you got it from this point forward.
Ruby's like, okay, now I don't want you anymore.
Right, exactly. No, I don't want you. Go away. Go
Give
away.
away.
Ow!
Ah!
Zaza,
That's what's wrong with Ruby.
Yeah.
She's in a huff because I touched the Juki.
poor Ruby. You cheated on her.
All right, let's try this again. Oh, now you want to sew.
You know, it helps if you put the things correct.
And resume.
It helps when you put the thread in the right way, huh?
Mm.
Woo!
Something. Ruby is resisting.
Yeah, exactly.
I leave a hole on this side because watch, that will be. No, I did.
Zaza. Jeez. Zaza said Becca's in a throuple. She did do it. I'm rethinking the vintage singer. They're good machines. They really are.
It's not a problem. Like I will say, even for every bit of trouble that I have with this machine, I actually am okay with it because I feel like every time something goes wrong, I get to learn a little bit more.
Yep.
And I just get to the point where I can actually.
You troubleshoot really
Yeah.
well. You really troubleshoot well.
How many panels am I
sorry.
making? They're telling you to move your mic.
Yeah, I see that. I'm sorry.
I don't know. However many. I cut 4 yards of fabric off, and I'm going to need lots of curtains. I want at least 2 or 3 on each window. So I guess we'll find out. She does sound happy now, doesn't she? I will say, like, the one nice thing about the Juki, or well, the Juki too, right? Like these mechanical machines, when it doesn't work, it's because you've done something wrong.
Yeah.
But it's not the machine. It's most of the time user error.
Except for the squeaking. That was definitely...
No, but that was user error too.
Was it?
Yeah, so the machine started squeaking a lot, but it had started squeaking before.
Oh.
And I had oiled it, but what I did not do was run the machine dry with no thread to get that oil worked in.
Got it.
And so, like, the night before when we oiled it and I went to bed, I oiled it and I went right to bed. Well, that didn't get the oil worked in. So when I woke up the next morning and started running the machine, of course it was like, can I please have a drink? No, the curtains are not for my studio. I already have some in my studio. These are going to be for my living room and my dining room.
Queen of the Roost says, every time I change needles, I say over and over, flat out, and I still put it in backwards. Every darn time. Hi, Kathy has faith.
Hello, Kathy.
Kathy has faith. How about you? I don't know why I wanted to make it like a cheerleading
cheer?
mood. Yeah, every time I see her name,
Oh,
I'm always
wait.
like,
Speaking of cheering in high school, my daughter will start high school next year, and they're asking all the questions about the things that you want to do in high school. And she's in band, so of course, they're asking about, do you want to be a part of marching band? And the sign up for marching band is at the end of the month, and it's going to cost some money. And so we needed to know if she wanted to do this. So we've been asking her, Zoe, are you going to do marching band? Are you going to do marching band? And she's just like, I don't know. And I was like, okay. Well, I guess the other day, Jason asked her, Zoe, are you going to do marching band? Have you thought any more about it? And she was like, no, I just want to focus on me right now. I want to focus on me. I finished another panel and I threw it across the room because I was angry.
Oh, okay.
You missed the drama with Ruby.
yeah.
Oh no. My mom just wanted to chat.
Ruby says, Ruby was trying to tell me that she didn't like it when I put the needle in backwards, and she was refusing to sew, and I think she was just being high maintenance.
Of course.
Thank you, Barbara. She says she likes the material that I'm using. It is from the Old Glory line by Lella Boutique. Sherry says, so what you're saying is if I can change the water pump and thermostat on my car, then I should be good with a vintage machine. Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You really
100%.
You really should.
Yep, she is going to high school next year, Nancy. People are saying hi to you, Mary.
Hi. Sorry.
Oh, you're okay.
My mom just brought all up the stuff up.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm pinning around all four sides to keep things from shifting this time. See if I can get better results. She will absolutely love marching band. It was my favorite thing about high school, Gina said.
Thank you.
I liked marching band, although I played a brass instrument and I struggled with playing music while I was moving because that mouthpiece kept hitting your mouth.
Oh.
I was just like, oh.
I played trumpet when I was in middle school, and I definitely smacked my mouth a couple of times with the mouthpiece, and it was the worst.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try marching in the parades in the wintertime.
Oh,
I did that in Michigan. In Michigan, colder climate than both y'all.
Yeah.
yep.
I was in Virginia.
No thanks.
In the rain, in the snow.
Yep.
No, thank you.
Was not fun.
I did
enjoy marching band, and some of my marching band mates, or I guess you would call them mates, are the same people that when I go to class reunions that I spend time with mostly.
So what did you play, Mary?
I played the clarinet.
I knew
that's
that.
Gina also played the clarinet.
I dabbled with the clarinet. I didn't play it, though. I played trumpet and French horn.
I actually wished I would have continued it when I got out of school, but I didn't.
When we got Zoe's saxophone, just for the hell of it, they had a special where you could rent an instrument and get like the first 2 months free. And so we rented a student saxophone for Zoe. And I was like, you know what? Put me down for a trumpet. And I brought it home. I pulled it out. I played the scale. I played the scales like 2 or 3 times, and I put it back, and I was done.
Yep.
I was like, oh, I can still remember all the notes. My embouchure was crap. My breath support needed a lot of work. But I remember the I remember the notes.
I played in the marching band and the orchestra and the stage.
Yeah, I did multiple bands. Oh no! Lorianne said she was in the pit and got hit in the back of the head with a trombone.
Ow.
And it hurt her more than me. I'm sure it did.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Oof. Yikes. I did not continue into marching band when I got to high school because I was like, I cannot walk and talk as it is. No, thank you.
I started in junior high. Junior high? Yeah, junior high.
I started playing in junior high too.
Yeah.
I live downriver, Georgianne. Oh yeah?
For junior high and high school because he followed us to high school. Mr. Piccadilly.
Piccadilly.
Mr. Piccadilly was his name.
Poor Bill text the both of us. It was like, you're doing it wrong. You're putting it on the wrong way. And our phones are on silent, so we didn't see it, Bill.
Oh.
Vicky said she played clarinet and bumped my mouth, which broke a lot of reeds.
Yeah. Better the reeds than your teeth.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
My trick in marching band is if I... Okay. My trick in marching band was if I was moving, I was not playing.
Yeah.
I was just holding it up. And then when I would stop, I would hurry up and play my part. And then when I would move, no.
I didn't have any problem marching in.
Yeah, but you had a clarinet. It went into your mouth. I had
brass.
metal up against
Yep.
my teeth.
I know.
And it was a French horn. And it's a really small mouthpiece.
It is.
The trumpet's a little bit bigger, but not by much.
Did y'all play at the high school football games?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That was usually easier because you were just playing in the stands most of the time. And the dorky uniforms.
Yeah.
During the halftime.
Could you imagine me playing a trumpet in a marching band? I would be all over that field.
I wouldn't mind going back and doing my high school days over again.
Oh, not me. No, thank you. No high school for me again. I'm done.
I mean, I got picked on in big time in high school.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I got
Oh my.
What about you, Ian?
Oh, never. I would never go back. It
No,
was-
did you get picked on a lot?
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. I did. I was the weird kid.
Yep, me too. I was the dork.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Would never do that again. Worst 4 years of my life.
But I had the best senior year ever.
Okay.
I would, Barbara. I absolutely would be falling into other band members. I would be on that field. You are correct. And not like in the good way.
Whoops, I just put a hole through that.
Do you need me to resew something?
I don't think it's gonna work.
Roll stepping. Christina says she catches herself roll stepping every so often. I don't know what roll stepping is.
Oh, heel to toe.
Oh.
Because in marching band, you have two, well, I'm guessing it's heel to toe. That's what we called it. So you have the high step and then you start on the back of your heel and you roll it forward to your toe. Which was really funny because when I was in foster care, my foster mom had asked me, like, or had signed me up for ballet while I was in foster care because I always wanted to do ballet when I was little.
Right.
I was much smaller when I was younger. So I took it and I was kind of excited about it until I showed up and all of the girls had taken multiple years of ballet and they were all like 5 years younger than me. And they were all real good. And I was like, what's first position? What is a position? But I used to laugh because in ballet, it for whatever reason, I don't know if they taught me to do it this way or it was just what everybody did, but you would walk toe to heel because you would put your toe first when you were like moving. And then in marching band, you were going heel first.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, oh, I'm all messed up.
Confusing.
Nancy says, oh, Ian, if you know what you know now, you could have handled it differently.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I definitely know that, like, the popular kids in high school that you think are going to be, like, ruling the world, that is definitely not the case. And, like, I wouldn't have been so, I don't know. It would have been different, for sure.
I haven't been to a reunion. I don't keep up with anybody from high school.
Same.
I'm good. I'm set, thanks. Not that I don't want to.
In my graduating class, so.
Well, it's not that I don't want to, but like I feel like my class is like the most unmotivated ever because there's been no reunions. And there was one year, I think for our 20-year, one of the girls that I went to high school with, she was the assistant principal's daughter. She actually lives in the area. And so we had some conversations and she was like, yeah, I really want to do something big for the 20th. I was like, hey, that's great. So we're like going to travel in. It was going to be a whole thing. But the people that lived local didn't want to spend the money to do something. They just wanted to meet at a restaurant. And we were like, okay, I'm not flying in to go to Bob Joe's restaurant to have dinner. Like, I wanted it to be nice.
We've had a reunion every 5 years.
No, we haven't had any
And
reunions.
our reunion committee is awesome, and they do fundraisers and stuff like that to raise money so that we're like, we used to go to the country club,
Nope.
and now we don't do that anymore. We do restaurants, but I mean, no, that's not true. We went to the VFW club.
Yeah.
Yep. The last one I went to. And I know that when I moved, I had to make sure that they always had that I reported my new address because that's another thing is they were having class reunions and a lot of people were not getting the invitation because they didn't send invitations out because they kept coming back because the address was wrong.
They have my address. They just don't plan.
Okay.
I don't even know if I think there has been a high school reunion, but I just am like, no, I'm good. I don't think there's a single person from high school that I have stayed in contact with.
I have one girl that I stayed in contact with that I've known her since elementary school.
There's a couple of people that I would talk to if they called or whatever, but I'm kind of at this phase in my life where it's more about intentional relationships, not just being in a relationship with you because you've earned the time, right? Like it just because you've always been there doesn't mean that you need to still be there. Yeah. So just because we went to high school together doesn't mean you have my best interest at heart. And so I try to surround myself with people that are interested in uplifting adult Becca and not want to reminisce on all the other stuff.
Yep, definitely.
And if that's you, we went to school together, then great. And if we didn't, that's fine too. Positive vibes, people, positive vibes.
Just a quick reminder, the podcast came out this week. We had Rachel from Crafty Monkeys, aka Breaking the Blocks podcast. She was our first guest on the podcast, so if you haven't checked it out, make sure to go check it out.
I would like to correct you you on that. She was not the first guest. I was.
Oh, well, that is true. That is very true.
Mary said, I would like to correct you on that. She was not the first guest. I was.
That is true. You are right. I was actually thinking about that the other day. Technically, yes, you are right. She was Mary was the first guest. So I guess technically, Rachel was the second.
Yes.
But well, and she doesn't even sell.
Well, that's right.
Yeah. So
She was the first virtual guest.
yeah. We had the more important real life guest. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
wouldn't say that.
But it was great having Rachel on. So if you haven't checked out the Sew Off Quilter podcast this week, make sure to go listen to that.
Ow. Stabbed myself.
Oh, don't do that. I'm so glad you liked it, Josh. It was really fun having her on. Rachel actually told me this week, she sent me a message saying that she actually went back and listened to the podcast again and found herself laughing at it. We did have some serious moments, but we also had some very, very, very unserious and funny moments that I think
like
everybody
sticking
will
your
enjoy.
feet in some jam for OnlyFans.
Sticking some feet in some jam. It was a jam-packed episode.
It was a sticky situation.
So Josh, Arlie waved to him as I drive through North Carolina.
Josh, Mary says that she is going to wave to you as she's passing through. Georgina, I'm so glad that you enjoyed it. Zaza, I know. Becca's episode with Rachel was amazing. It was a great episode.
It was okay.
It was great.
It was okay.
It was great.
Okay.
Tammy's asking, what is the material that you're adding to the cotton of your curtains?
I am taking just a white solid, a Motabella solid, and I am sewing it right sides together with some yardage from Old Glory by Lella Boutique. And then I'm leaving a hole so that I can turn them inside out, or turn them right side out and give them a good press. And then I'll edge stitch around all four sides just to kind of get it nice and in place. And then I'll fold the top edge down 3.5 inches and sew along the top an edge stitch, and then sew at the bottom where it's folded down so I can make a casing for the rod to slip through. And if you're curious about the dimensions that I have, it is 20 inches by width of fabric.
Josh, she's going to be heading home Sunday?
Yeah,
Yep.
Sunday
Yeah,
morning
Sunday.
at 3 a.m.
You won't be awake when she drives through North Carolina.
Yeah, because she's leaving at 3 a.m. because she's crazy.
She always leaves at 3 a.m.
Crazy. She's a crazy girl.
There's something about 3 a.m. in my world. When Zoe was younger, she always wanted to stay up till 3 a.m. And now Mary's like, I leave at 3 a.m. Like, 3 a.m. is a thing.
Yep.
I don't know why.
I like it because there's nobody on the roads. I can just get pedal to the metal and go.
She's a speed demon.
Yeah. I was gonna. Are you Mary?
I always go 9 miles over the speed limit.
Me too, Mary. Me too.
Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell. Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
we won't.
yeah,
we won't tell
anyone
anybody.
at all.
Not a single soul.
Not a single person heard that ever.
Nobody.
Nope. Mm-mm.
That's the only time I break the law.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
Someplace
Living
I
and
get home, the sooner I can lay down.
Living and Crafting with MS said that her husband said that they can go on the cruise to Alaska.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yay! Nancy says 3 a.m. is great because you hit all the big towns at just the right time.
I learned that through the years.
Oh, congratulations, Flicky Cheeky. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Oh, cool. She got her doctorate.
Yeah. So now do I need to refer to you as Dr. Flicky Cheeky? Dr. Flicky Cheeky.
The witching hour. They're calling 3 a.m. the witching hour.
Yeah.
Well, it is dark out there.
Yeah, it's very dark. Makes me nervous with you leaving at 3 a.m.
Oh, I know. When I used to live in Leesburg, I hated that time in the morning because all the deer were out.
Lori, I am with you 100%. She says I can stay up until 3 a.m., but I can't wake up at 3 a.m. I'm
Yeah.
right there with you. Same.
Well, last time I came to Becca's, I didn't get any sleep the night before, and I had to stop in North Carolina and take a nap at the rest stop before I continued.
My goodness.
That always scares me to take a nap at the rest stop.
Oh, really? I locked my doors. I had my dogs with me, and nobody's going to bother me because the dogs are barks. I've also taken a nap in a Buc-ee's parking lot.
Now, Buc-ee's parking lot I could probably
I
do.
could do that, yeah.
In fact, you know, if Buc-ee's was smart, they would offer nap pods.
Yes, they
Oh, they would. Could you imagine that? Branded with their branding on the outside? That'd be kind of awesome.
Like there could be a whole nap area where you could put
Yeah.
$1 in to get an out. Well, maybe more than $1, but you could reserve like an hour in a comfortable bed where you could just sit and zen out for a little bit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Rest your eyes.
Yep. Zaza, the last time I stayed up, because my flight, this was over a year ago when I was here, I was headed back home from DC to DFW, and my flight left super early, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to stay up. And I did. I stayed up all night. And I was like, I can sleep on the plane. And then I didn't. I didn't sleep at all. And I was supposed to, and I did go watch Beetlejuice the musical that night. And my friend, as we were driving to and from, my head was doing that droopy drop thing that you do when you're really sleepy and falling asleep. Yeah, definitely did that in the car.
Tiffany's here. She said, hello, I just want to pop in and say hi to my cruise buddies.
Hey! Can't wait. She's off to watch a movie now. Deb, I did that in college. There were many, many times that I was going to bed at like 3, 4, 5, even 6 o'clock in the morning.
See, I used to work the overnight shift when I was a security guard.
Oh, did you?
I did. I worked 11 to 7. in the
Oh, wow.
mornings. And so I'm used to the night hours.
I was an overnight, what do they call that position? It was an overnight camp person at the zoo, at the local zoo.
Counselor?
No, not a counselor, but like...
Yeah, counselor for the animals.
Yeah, exactly. I asked the lion, how did that make you feel? No, just kidding. No, I did the overnight program at the zoo, at the local zoo. And that only lasted for about 6 months.
What's the shortest job you ever had?
That one. It was 6 months, and they let me go because my schedule didn't really fit into what they were looking for.
Mary, what about you?
The first job was my paralegal
No, the
position.
shortest job.
The shortest job
Yeah.
was a paralegal position that I had after I tried to leave my title company and go to back to
Oh, 4 months.
Okay, so she said it was a paralegal job. How long were you there?
4 months.
4 months.
4 months. I got you
Wasn't
both
by
beat.
choice. They hired me, and then their senior partner retired. And took on
She said it wasn't by choice. You guys can't hear Mary when she's talking, can you?
No.
Let me know.
Not well.
Okay. I got you both beat. I started a job, and I quit that same night.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I forgot about that. When I I was in college, I worked for Amphora restaurant in Vienna, and I worked there for a week.
Oh, wow.
I
quit because they were unsanitary.
Oof.
I had been hired on to do telemarketing for Olin Mills.
Oh, I remember them.
And I could not get over the fact that somebody was going to recognize my voice, and I was calling them during dinner, and they were going to be mad at me. And so I was like, no, this job is too stressful for me. I quit. I'm not going to be able to sell anything because I don't want to call anyone.
Melody said her shortest job was McDonald's, and she was only there one night.
I can understand that.
My first
Especially if you work close.
My first job was at Taco Bell. I worked there for a couple years.
Zaza's daughter didn't last an hour before she quit her job.
Georgia said she worked for 4 hours as a CNA. It was definitely not her calling.
They had me clock out and finish cleaning. Oh no. Oh no. Josh says that he worked one night at Abercrombie and Fitch in college.
Oh. I remember them.
Are they still around?
Yeah, they are.
Oh, okay.
Where Abercrombie and Fitch take you if you had one of the summer. New Kids on a Block had a bunch of hits. Chinese
Oh my
food makes
goodness.
me sick.
Deb says I
About
last...
where we went last Friday before last. Or
What
no,
did
it
you?
wasn't
What were you
Friday,
saying,
it was
Ian?
Tuesday.
What were you saying, Ian?
Deb... Never mind. Deb took it back.
Mary, what were you saying?
Where we went 2 weeks ago Tuesday
I don't know what that is.
when we went to go see Joey.
Oh.
Yeah, Mary, before we left for retreat, Mary and I went to go see Joey McIntyre. My quilting and boy band worlds collided.
Oh gosh, Jane. Ugh, gross. She said, my shortest job was a cocktail waitress for 30 minutes when the boss started hitting on me. Ugh. Not okay.
All right, that's my last panel sewn. Yay! I do have another piece of white fabric, but I don't have a piece of the print. And so,
Oh.
for those of you that didn't see that,
Oh no.
the curtain smacked Mary in the face.
Just straight
I'm so
in the
sorry,
face.
Mary.
It's okay.
She was just looking at me. And I don't even think she saw it coming until I hit her, and then she was like, no, I don't want to do sew and tell tonight because
Oh, okay.
I'm tired.
Okay.
I'm not feeling great.
Okay.
We'll do it next week.
Okay.
It's been a long week.
It has been a really long week. It has been a really, really long week. But I am really excited to let you guys know about the cruise finally. So now you can probably go back and watch those shorts and pick up on all of the clues that we had in there. Did you notice I had whales in the background, right? Like Mary was talking about disaster of Titanic proportions.
Somebody picked that up because they put it in the comments.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Yep, they
so-
did.
Anyway, I'm really excited about the cruise. I'm excited to sale with all of you. If this is something that you're interested in, make sure to check out all the links and get the information. You have a year to pay it off. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And that's all I got. And I'm done. Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Bye,
friends.
everybody.
See ya. Oh, where do I go? Oh, right here.